We're living longer than ever. We're promised a golden age of retirement. But what if that promise could be broken by a single, simple fall? For millions of Americans, this is the reality of osteoporosis. Hello, I'm Dr. Aris, and today we're not just talking about a disease, we're talking about a silent epidemic. Right now, over 10 million Americans already have osteoporosis, but more frighteningly, 44 million more have low bone mass, putting them at high risk. That's nearly half of all Americans over 50. Look at the data. 1 in every 2 American women over 50 will break a bone due to this disease. And men, do not think you are safe. 1 in 4 men will also suffer a fracture. This is not just a woman's disease. The problem, it is silent. You cannot feel your bones getting weaker. This silent epidemic costs the U.S. healthcare system over $25 billion a year, primarily from fractures. It happens when the cells that break down old bone, the osteoclasts, work faster than the cells that build new bone. As we age, hormonal changes, especially after menopause in women, rapidly accelerate this imbalance. The most devastating event is a hip fracture. I have to be blunt. A hip fracture can be a death sentence. Nearly a quarter of seniors who break a hip die within 12 months. And half of the survivors will never walk independently again. They lose their freedom. I see these patients after the fall. I perform the surgeries, and I promise you, it is heartbreaking. But what if I told you, you can fight back? This is not inevitable. Your bones are living tissue. They can respond, they can rebuild. Today, I am not here to scare you. I am here to train you. In this video, I will personally guide you through 4 of the most effective, safe exercises to build bone density. The science is called Wolff's Law. Bone adapts to the load placed upon it. We are going to place a load. We are going to tell your bones, it's time to get stronger. Whether you are 55 and want prevention, or 75 and have already been diagnosed. Now, a quick disclaimer. You must talk to your personal doctor before starting. We will do these exercises safely, but we will do them. Our first exercise is about creating low-impact load. First up, weight-bearing taps. This simple movement sends a small, productive shock wave or signal right to your hip and spine. Hi everyone. All you need is a single, low, sturdy step. If you don't have one, the bottom step of your staircase is perfect. This may look simple, but the science behind why this works is fascinating. Pay close attention. I want you to master this. Let's begin. Exercise 1. Strength and balance taps. Okay, let's get set up. You need a step that is 4 to 6 inches high. Make sure it's on a non-slip surface. And please, have a chair or a wall nearby for balance. Safety is always first. Why this? This is weight-bearing. Your bones grow stronger when they have to support your body weight against gravity. Stand tall, shoulders back and down. Pull your belly button in gently. Plant your entire left foot on the step. Not just the toes, feel the floor of the step. Now, push through your left heel and stand up tall on that leg. Your right foot comes off the floor. The goal is to balance. Now, control the movement down. Just tap your right toe on the floor. And push right back up. Good. That is 1. Look at this. That is the moment. The load from this push is signaling the bone-building cells in your hip to wake up. This force is also transmitted up your core, strengthening your vertebrae. Let's do this together. Breathe out as you push up. Breathe in as you tap down. We're aiming for 10 to 15 slow, controlled repetitions on this side. Great work. Now, let's switch. Plant your right foot firmly on the step. Same thing. Push up through that right heel. Balance. Tap your left toe down. A common mistake I see is rounding your back. Look, this is wrong. Keep your chest proud and your eyes looking straight ahead. This protects your spine. Mistake number 2, plopping down. Using momentum. No, you must control the descent. This builds the muscle that protects the joint. This is not a race. Slower is better. Slower is stronger. You are retraining your body. Feeling good? Let's make it a little harder. From your balanced position, tap your right toe to the front. Tap to the side, tap to the back. This is excellent. You are now loading the hip from multiple angles, which creates a denser bone matrix. If you are very confident, you can hold a light weight or even a can of soup. But do not add weight until you have mastered your balance. Balance is more important than weight. That's it. That's exercise 1. Remember, plant your foot, push through the heel, tap with control, and keep your chest up. You should feel this in your glutes and your quadriceps. These are the big muscles that support your hips. Stronger muscles mean stronger bones. They pull on the bone, signaling it to grow. Mastering this will make walking, climbing stairs, and getting up from a chair so much safer. I want you to aim to do this 3 or 4 times a week. Consistency is what builds bone. How are you feeling? Take a deep breath. You're doing something amazing for your body. Every time you do this, you are sending a work order to your bone-building cells. They are listening. If the step is too much, just stand on one leg and practice a tiny, tiny bend. If the 4-inch step is too easy and you have no knee pain, you can move to a 6-inch step. Wonderful! You've just completed the first, most important step. You've loaded the hips. Great job! For our next exercise, we're going to build the powerhouse muscles that protect your spine and hips. That's right. We are going to learn the most fundamental human movement, the squat, and we're going to do it safely. This is the king of lower body exercises, and it's critical for bone health. You will need a sturdy, armless chair for this one. Let's get set up. Exercise 2, the protective chair squat. For this, you need a sturdy chair. I've placed mine against a wall to make sure it's 100% stable. Why a squat? This is a functional movement. You do this every time you sit down and stand up. By strengthening these muscles, the quads and glutes, you create a strong scaffold that protects your hip and knee joints. Stand about 6 inches in front of the chair. Your feet should be shoulder width apart, toes pointing mostly forward. Feel the floor. Your weight should be in your heels and midfoot, not your toes. Arms out for balance. Chest proud. Now, the most important part. You do not start by bending your knees. See, this is wrong. You start by pushing your hips back, like you're trying to find the chair with your bottom. Hips back, and then your knees will bend. Go slow. Control it. Just tap the chair. Don't sit. As soon as you tap, push through your heels, drive your hips forward, and stand tall. Squeeze your glutes at the top. That, push from the heels. That is the moment. You are loading the entire femur and pelvis. This is what builds bone density. Let's add the breath. Inhale as you go down. She inhales. Exhale as you push up. She exhales audibly. Let's do 5 together. Ready? Hips back. Tap. Inhale. Push. Exhale. That's 1. Your goal is to work up to 2 sets of 10 or 12 repetitions. But if you can only do 5, that is a perfect start. The biggest mistake, letting your knees cave in. This is very dangerous for your knees. Think about pushing your knees out toward your pinky toes. Keep them aligned with your feet. Mistake number 2, rounding your back. This puts all the pressure on your spine. Keep that chest proud. Imagine you have a logo on your shirt and you want someone 10 feet away to read it. And mistake number 3, just plopping down. No, the control down is just as important as the push up. This is what builds strength. This is building real functional strength. This is the movement that will let you get out of a car or off the toilet independently for decades. If the tap is too hard, that's okay. Start by sitting all the way down. Sit down completely. Then lean forward, get your nose over your toes, and push up from there. If you need to, use a chair with arms and use your hands to help. That is a perfect modification. For my advanced friends, you can hold a light dumbbell or even a heavy book right at your chest. This adds resistance, but only do it if your form is perfect. You should feel this in your thighs and your glutes. You are building armor for your skeleton. Strong glutes are critical for a healthy back. They stabilize your entire pelvis. That's the chair squat. Remember, hips back, chest up, push your knees out, and drive through those heels. This is the key to independence. Getting up, sitting down with confidence and strength. Again, consistency. Add this to your routine 3 to 4 times a week. Whew, that's a real exercise. Grab a sip of water. You've earned it. You have now loaded your hips, and you've built the primary muscles that support them. You are doing fantastic. Okay, we've worked our lower body. Now, we must work on our upper body and our posture. This next exercise is my favorite. It is the antidote to hunching. We are going to fix your posture. A strong, upright posture protects the tiny, fragile vertebrae in your upper back. For this, you'll need a light resistance band. Let's do this. Exercise 3, the posture pull. For this, we're sitting tall on the edge of our chair, feet flat on the floor, core engaged. You'll need a light resistance band. If you don't have one, you can get them anywhere very affordably. Why this? As we age, we tend to hunch forward. This is called kyphosis. This hunching puts enormous pressure on the front of your vertebrae, making them incredibly vulnerable to a compression fracture. This exercise strengthens the muscles in your back that pull your shoulders back, acting as a natural brace for your spine. Hold the band with both hands. Palms facing down. Arms straight out in front of you. Don't start with too much tension. Just a light, gentle pull. Now, sit tall. Pull the band apart, leading with your elbows. Think pull your elbows behind you. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Imagine you're trying to pinch a pencil between them. Hold for 1 second. Now, the most important part. Control it back. Don't let the band snap you forward. Control, control, control. That is the magic. Those are the muscles that hold your posture. You are waking them up. Let's add the breath. Breathe in to prepare. Exhale as you pull and squeeze. She exhales. Inhale as you slowly return. Let's do 5 together. Ready? Pull, squeeze, and resist the return. Good. These are smaller muscles, so we'll do more reps. Aim for 2 sets of 12 to 15. The number 1 mistake, shrugging, pulling with your neck and shoulders. This is wrong. It causes tension. Think shoulders down and back. Create space between your ears and your shoulders. Then pull. Mistake number 2, just using your arms. See, my back isn't doing anything. This is a back exercise. The pull starts from your shoulder blades. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And mistake 3, leaning back. This is cheating. Your torso should be still, like a statue. Only your arms and shoulder blades move. Every time you squeeze those shoulder blades, you are winning a victory against that hunched posture. No band? No problem. We can still do this. Arms out, make tight fists. Now, pull back and imagine you are trying to rip the band apart. Squeeze. Squeeze your back. You are creating your own resistance. This works. If 15 reps are easy and your form is perfect, you can move to a slightly stronger band. You should feel this right between your shoulder blades, a gentle, warm work feeling. This directly unloads the thoracic spine, which is the most common site for compression fractures. That is the posture pull. Remember, sit tall, shoulders down, squeeze the blades, and resist the return. This is the key to standing taller, feeling better, and protecting your spine during everyday life. This one is so important. I want you to do it 4 or 5 times a week. You can even do it while watching TV. Let's stretch our neck gently, side to side. You've worked that upper back. So far, we've loaded the hips, strengthened the legs, and corrected our posture. We've done 90% of the work. But there is one final piece of the puzzle, the most important piece. The hip fracture. It doesn't happen from the disease. It happens from the fall. Our final exercise is not about strength. It's about control. It's about preventing the fall. We are going to train your balance. This, right here, could save your life. Let's finish strong. All you need is your chair, just for support. Exercise 4, the fall preventer. We are standing tall. We are using our chair or a countertop just for light support. Let me be clear. You can have the strongest bones in the world, but if you fall, you will get hurt. 95% of hip fractures are caused by a fall. Therefore, preventing the fall is the single most important thing you can do. This exercise trains the tiny, fast-twitch muscles and the nerve signals that catch you before you fall. Stand tall, core is tight. Eyes on a single spot in front of you that isn't moving. Ground your left foot. Feel your big toe, your pinky toe, and your heel like a tripod. Now, holding the chair, slowly lift your right foot off the floor, just a few inches. And hold. That's it. We're just holding. Our goal is to hold this with good form for 30 seconds. Look at that. All those tiny muscles in your ankle and hip are firing. They are learning. They are creating a balance map in your brain. You will feel your ankle wobbling. That's good. That's the muscle learning. Breathe. Stay with me. 10 more seconds. Chest up. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. And slowly put your foot down. Excellent. Shake it out. That standing leg did a lot of work. Now, let's switch. Ground your right foot. Find your tripod. When you're ready, lift the left. Hold. Find your focus point. Breathe. Notice if one side is harder than the other. That's totally normal. The biggest mistake here is cheating. Leaning your hip way out to the side. No. I want you to stand tall, LL, like a string is pulling the top of your head to the ceiling. Mistake number 2, a death grip on the chair. You're letting the chair do the work. Try to use just 1 or 2 fingers. It's a safety net, not a support. This is retraining your brain. This is neuromuscular training. It's just as important as muscle training. If lifting your foot is too much, start here. Tandem stance. Place one foot right in front of the other. Heel to toe, and just hold that. This is a great starting point. Want to see how much you use your eyes? Try the tandem stance and close your eyes. She wobbles. Ready for level 3? Find your balance. And then, hover your hands. See, I'm not touching. The chair is just there in case. This is your goal. Want the final challenge? While balancing, slowly turn your head to look left and right. This is very advanced. Why do that? Because falls don't happen when you're staring at a wall. They happen when you're walking and you turn to say hello. You should feel your ankle, your shin, your hip, all working, all talking to each other. That is our fall preventer. Remember, stand tall, use the chair for safety, and breathe. This is the practice that pays off. That stumble that doesn't turn into a fall. This one. I want you to do this every day. It only takes 2 minutes. Do it while you brush your teeth. Do it while you wait for the microwave. That's how you build the habit. You did it. You completed the 4-part workout. You've loaded your bones, you've built your muscles, you've fixed your posture, and you've trained your balance. This is the 4-pronged attack against osteoporosis. You've done the work. Now, I need to talk to you, heart to heart, about the final, critical steps. Please, do not click away. This last part is what ties it all together. A doctor's final advice and a warning. Welcome back. You did a fantastic job. I am proud of you for taking this time. Think of your bone health as a 3-legged stool. You've just built the first leg, exercise. But exercise is nothing without materials. You must have the bricks. That is calcium. Women over 50 and men over 70 need 1,200 milligrams a day. Track your diet. If you are not getting it, talk to your doctor about a supplement. But calcium is useless without its key. The key is vitamin D. It unlocks the door that lets calcium into your body. Most Americans are deficient. Ask your doctor for a blood test. Do not guess. Get the test. The third leg of the stool is medical. And this is the part people ignore. You cannot feel low bone density. You must measure it. The test is called a DEXA scan. All women over 65 and men over 70 must get this test. If you've broken a bone after 50, you must get this test. It will give you a T-score. This score tells us exactly what your risk is. It takes the guesswork out. Please, I am begging you. Do not wait for the fracture. That is too late. Ask your doctor for a DEXA scan. This is the path of inaction. A fall, a fracture, surgery, a hospital bed, a loss of independence. And this is the path of action. This is the future you are fighting for. When I see a patient in my office, I don't see a T-score. I don't see a statistic. I see a human being who deserves to live without fear. You are not a statistic. Your age is not a cage. You have the power to build a stronger, safer body, starting today. So this is your homework. Do these exercises, look at your diet, and book that call to your doctor. I am so grateful you spent this time with me. This is not easy, but you are worth the effort. If you found this helpful, please share this video. You could save someone you love from a devastating fall. Be safe, be strong, and thank you for taking care of your health. Music swells and fades.